Alright guys, and welcome back. So today I'm just going to do a quick little tutorial for those people that might still have stock intercooler piping or fairly stock turbo, and just want to increase their turbo sound, induction sound, and get a bit more flutter out of their car. Because for some people it's just all they want, just to have a bit more flutter and a bit more induction sound out of the car, and not go too crazy like the most of us who want to do all this sort of business. So anyway, pretty simple little mod that you can do. I'm sure most people are probably aware, and a lot of people that have modified their turbos will definitely know about it. But pretty simple. There'll be a little bit that comes out of near your throttle body. There'll be another bit connected that'll look a bit like this. Connects to this little duva here. So basically, all that is it is a blow-off valve, but it's just a very basic style one. Basically, what you're going to do with this is, with your stock intercooler piping, this will obviously be recirculated back into your piping. But for people that have aftermarket intercooler piping, you won't have that option. So all you're going to want to do is get a couple of door stoppers. I think you'll need a 32mm and 28mm door stop, and basically you're just going to block off both sides of the intercooler piping. I still have my stock intercooler piping, so I'll be able to show you in a little bit. But basically, once you've got to this stage, taking off this end of it that is connected back into your intercooler piping that goes over the top, you're basically just going to want to blank off that side of your intercooler piping, and then you're going to be left with this. Now, it's pretty simple. This side is the 28mm one, and you just get a hose clamp and get yourself your door stop, and you just slide it over, tighten your clamp off, and now that's blocked off instead of recirculating back into your intercooler piping. So what that'll do is, obviously the air won't have anywhere to go, and you'll get your induction, you'll get your fluttering or dosing sound now, which is obviously very nice. Now, a lot of debate is going on, has been for years, about whether or not this compressor surge is damaging to your turbo. People say yes, people say no, it's just whatever. I don't really think it does, because people say that, the compressor surge is the turbine spinning backwards and this and that. Well, that turbine is spinning at hundreds of thousands of RPM, and you think that when you let off the accelerator that's just going to stop and start spinning backwards. It's impossible. But we can't really test that, because we can't put a camera in the turbo to actually see what's going on, and what is creating that to occur. So do as you will, it's your car, whatever you want. So basically all you got to do is that, tighten up your hose clamp, done. So that's stopping the recirculation from happening, and that will give you your dose sound. Now, because it's only a little rubber door stop, you're going to want to make sure that you check that periodically, just for any cracks or anything like that. I've just recently bought some new ones. This is a 32mm one, which you can use on that side of it. Just want to make sure you do your hose clamp up nice and tight. This is the old one. As you can see, it's definitely had some wear, and it's looking pretty gross. This is a 32mm one because it's the only one I had left, and yeah, as you can see, it's just a bit gross, and a bit spongy and soft, and it's definitely time to be replaced. So get yourself some nice new ones and it'll be sweet. So come over to the bin of old crap. See if I can find my crossover pipe. That was literally the piece I had. So if we get the crossover pipe, as you can see, a lot of stock people will understand. Now that's the other side that I was talking about. You want to block that bit off, this bit here. So you block that bit off, and it will stop the recirculation, because obviously there'll be a piece of hose that connects that bit to the blow-off valve, and you get your recirculation. So by blocking it off, obviously doesn't, and you're good to go. Also, another thing that if you want to increase a bit more induction noise out of your stock turbo setup is to get a muffler delete like I have here. I did run that before I got my intercooler piping, obviously. So that just blocks out when I find it. So that replaces this section here, which is your muffler, which just helps to quieten down your induction noise. If you know, people that didn't want to have a crazy turbo fluttering all the time and heap of induction noise. So basically it's just a big baffled section that helps to reduce the sound, which is boring. So back over to the car. Another great way to increase your induction sound is to install yourself a battery side relocation and airbox. So now this is just a cheap Ants kit. Look, for the price, it does the job, although it's could definitely be better. I'm going to probably replace it with a Process West or a Plasma Man kit, just because the fit and finish will be a bit better and it'll just work better for my new turbo. This outlet here, this hole that your intake goes into the turbo, will be a bit better suited for what I want to do, because I have a massive pod in there that basically spans the whole width of the box. So it wasn't really designed to fit that in there, so it's very tight. So I suppose it's probably my fault more than anything, but just the fit and finish, and obviously I had to drill that out because that bolt or screw just didn't want to play the game, so not ideal. But this is another good cheapish way to increase your induction sound, because obviously it's just sucking air straight in from here, straight into your turbo, and it's nice and loud instead of obviously going from over this side and around and into your turbo, which is just boring. So yeah, simple, cheap, easy way just to increase your flutter and get a bit more sound out of your turbo. If you don't want to do full crazy build like doing intercooler piping and all that sort of business, if you want to just leave your car relatively stock, obviously it'll be up to the police's discretion whether or not they think this is okay or not. If you do get pulled over, which anyway, that's a different story. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this quick, simple little tutorial. And just for them stockish people out there, or people who aren't too sure, and who want to just increase their blow off sound when they get off the accelerator. Simple way to achieve that without having to buy another blow off valve. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you at the next one.